Hello and welcome back. Andy Bryan here again from the Soul Pathway. And within this video I'm going to be providing you with a collective Soul Pathway reading for June 2021. We are going to be looking at where we are as a collective with regards to our spiritual journey and what is in store with regards to the energy for the month ahead. But before we dive into the reading, I wanted to reflect upon the previous month as we look back on May 2021. Because May was all about clearing karmic family lineage. It was all about looking back at your past within, family dynamics and clearing those karmic wounds that have held deep within us for generations and generations. And within that, it was also about loving, honouring and appreciating yourself, because self-love is essential for you to live in alignment with who you are. Because you've really got to think about what is serving you as an individual as you step into your power, you step into your purpose, and you really begin to love, honour and appreciate yourself, as I've said. So the reason why I've mentioned that is because as we step into June 2021, there will still be remnants of the previous month with regards to that energy, so we can clear some of those karmic family lineage wounds as we step into who we're meant to be. So let's actually jump into the reading itself and explore what is coming up for the month of June 2021. What I wanted to share with you first of all is this beautiful pouch that one of my clients gave me. It was actually the lady who helped create or edit the Soul Pathway Oracle cards. Her name is Becky Sal Sanchez, and she gave this to me as a gift to store my cards, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. And you can see on the back as well, it's got the symbol, a lovely symbol of the cards. So I wanted to share that with you. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So I keep my cards in here nowadays, to keep them clean, them fresh, and obviously to ensure the energy is clean and fresh as well at the same time. So here we have the pack. I'm going to give it a quick shuffle. But what I did for this is, I've got my large pack where we pull three cards from the deck. And then you've got the Soul Pathway Oracle cards, which is the 7 phases of your spiritual journey and soul pathway. So we're going to pull a card from this deck first, as we usually do, and then 3 other cards from the rest of the pack here. So let's give this a quick shuffle as we look at the cards, and then I'll just quickly tune in and I'll pick a card. So bear with me a moment. I feel that's one card, so I'll set that to one side over here, and then what we'll do is just pick 3 other cards from this deck. As I mentioned before, if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I'd love to know what you think of the cards. If you've purchased these cards and you've been starting to do readings for yourself with the clients, please let me know how you're getting on. It'd be much appreciated. These cards are on sale at the moment. You can visit my website, which is www.thesoulpathway.com, where you can get hold of the actual card yourself. But let me pull 3 cards from here and see what comes through for June. Finish that one. Put that one down there. There we go, one more. And we'll pull out that card. So I will leave these unrevealed for now. we'll just set them aside and we'll look at what's in store, for the month ahead, as I mentioned, and we'll have a look at where we are on our spiritual journey right now and what it is that we're working through. Brilliant self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is an absolutely beautiful card. Within the phase of self-inquiry, what we're generally doing is we're looking at where we are in our life at the moment and what is coming from our conditioning and our ego and what is coming from our soul. We're going through that battle of the ego, so to speak, where we're releasing all those things that no longer serve us so that we can step into who that we're meant to be. But that phase of self-inquiry is really quite important for you to seek within. But what I always ask for my clients to do when connecting with their own self-inquiry is to really think about your conditioning, what has shaped you into the person you are today. And as you reflect upon that, you can look at aspects of your conditioning which have been good for you and that have served you, and even those aspects of your conditioning that haven't provided you, or haven't brought you that happiness and contentment and fulfillment which you desire, that have maybe caused you to feel disconnected and numb, and to not love, honour and appreciate yourself for who you are. So that phase of self-inquiry is really important. What I'd love to do is also read from the deck here, from my pack. So here we say, self-inquiry occurs when we begin to awaken and see more clearly. Denial and self-doubt are challenges here. At times it feels as though we are aimlessly wandering through the mist. And you can see that I've got that there with the cards. If you've pulled this card, make time to sit quietly and allow yourself to be present with what is arising from within. Connect with your heart and allow yourself to go with the flow of emotions within you. There is no need to paddle upstream. Your task right now is to embrace and not suppress what is being revealed to you. This will allow you to become enlightened on your journey and progress with greater ease. Frequently check in with yourself. Are these beliefs coming from your conditioning or coming from your soul? And again, I feel that is incredibly important with regards to your own self-inquiry. What have you been conditioned to believe about yourself and your life, or even the world around you right now? Are you beginning to question things in your reality, either within your internal world or your external world? And if so, what is coming up from within you as you connect with what is right and true for you, instead of being driven by what is being placed onto you by society and culture, the culture in which we live, and by your conditioning? It's time to disconnect from that, to really reconnect with your soul and start to live from within. Okay, so let's look at some of the other cards, see what the other cards bring as well. Beautiful. That's a lovely card there, that Mother Earth. What is Mother Earth teaching us? Mother Earth is teaching us to ground and reconnect. And Mother Earth is always here to guide and support us. Give us that unconditional love that we may not feel like we connect with within ourselves. As you go out in nature, what you can do is in many ways allow yourself to disconnect from these conditions and beliefs that you have about yourself, and allow nature to guide you, because nature is a beautiful and incredible guide if only we allow ourselves to go within and seek within about what is really coming from within our soul. You can even connect with the wisdom of the trees or other aspects of Mother Earth to support you in raising your consciousness and stepping into who you are. But what I'd love to do is again read from the booklet here, because I love what we've written in the booklet. So let me just share that with you here. Okay, bear with me while I bring this one up. So the element of earth allows you to become rooted and grounded as you bring stability back into your life. Earth is the divine mother who provides you with a firm foundation when you need to reconnect with yourself. If you've pulled this card, then now is the time for you to honour the spirit of nature as you embrace Mother Earth. Allow her to ground and support you in the process of healing as she brings you unconditional love and nurture. As with the strength of a tall tree, let your branches reach high and your roots run deep. This will give you the ability to weather any storm. Remember to call upon Mother Earth when she is only a heartbeat away. So again, that is an absolutely beautiful card. That is an absolutely beautiful card for you to connect with, really. And I want you to think about what it really means for you as you step into who you're meant to be, really. Because, you know, sometimes things can be challenging and we're brought to our knees in certain situations of our lives because we've gone through a lot of pain and hardship. But the most important thing with all of this is to really find yourself, and nature supports you in finding yourself. Like with that tall tree that was mentioned in the cards, allow yourself to become completely rooted and grounded in the moment, because this will allow you to weather any storm, push through those challenging moments in time as you again step into who you're meant to be, but start to live in your truth. Because as with the phase of self-inquiry, when you connect with that and you stand in your power, you live from your place of truth in a beautiful way, and allow Mother Earth to obviously support you in that process. Okay, so let's jump over to the second card within this reading and see what comes up here. Beautiful, beautiful. And this ties in really well. This ties in really, really well, because what is the warrior? The warrior is the energy of the masculine, you know, where we go out to get to what we want in our lives. From a conditioned aspect, in many ways, you know, the warrior fights to get to what they want, but without that care or concern for others. But as you become more awakened on your journey, what you will tend to do is do this from more of an aligned place, where you're in alignment with who you are, and the warrior within comes into play, where you start to be of service not only for yourself but for others. So it's about how you can be of service, but fight from a place of that altruistic, you know, place, so that you can be of service to others and the collective consciousness. So that is a beautiful card. But again, what I'd love to do is share with you what is coming from the cards, because, you know, what comes from the cards is absolutely beautiful here. Okay, so the archetype of the warrior embodies the energy of the masculine that is within all of us, regardless of gender. It calls you to have courage and integrity as we live by the values of our soul. The early warrior operates from the shadow of conditioning and is often reckless, aggressive, and excessively guarded. As we evolve, though, the awakened warrior engages in those altruistic battles which I spoke about, of service and protection. If you've pulled this card, it is an invitation to utilize your power wisely, fight for a cause you believe in, and be of service to others. Alternatively, though, it may be a time to take off your suit of armor and allow your emotions to flow from within. Now that's another thing to mention with the warrior. The archetype of the warrior, however beautiful with regards to fighting to get to what they want in their life, you know, often they're driven by conditioning, which obviously you've got here again, self-inquiry, looking at your conditioning, what is coming from your conditioning and what is coming from your soul. So from a conditioned aspect, you could be driven to live life in a certain way, but your soul may be guiding you in a different way. And in order for you to step into that with regards to the archetype of the warrior, what you have to do is let your suit of armor off. Your suit of armor can then be pulled off so that you can allow yourself to be vulnerable Allow yourself to connect with your inner emotions, which you may have hidden, you may have locked away for years. But as you allow those emotions to come from within, you connect with a great power and strength that you may have not realized that was there. But that's in many ways the beauty of the warrior. As you stand in your power, you stand in your strength, and you allow the warrior from within to stand in his or her own power. And that is the beauty of you, as you allow yourself to honor your strength, your integrity, and your values. So that's a beautiful card there, and I personally think those two cards go really well together already. They already link up quite well. Okay, so here we have the Mother Earth first of all, then we've got the warrior, and the third card we'll look at here is the shapeshifter. Okay, now this ties in very well. So the shapeshifter, what's interesting about the shapeshifter is often throughout life we are presented with people that may show up with a disguise and have a mask on. Those people who are seen to have our intentions at heart, but yet deep down we come to realize they're only really interested in serving themselves. But the shapeshifter can show up in many ways. You could say the shapeshifter of the collective. Maybe you are being misguided in moments in time or driven off your path, and if that is the case, it's really important for you to find and connect with your own truth. See beyond the masks, see beyond the illusions, and allow yourself to connect with, again, what is right and true for you. But you've got to use your discernment in these situations, because if you don't use your discernment, then generally you will be causing yourself more pain and harm. So it's essential for you to notice those shapeshifters. In your personal life, they can show up as people that, again, they might seem to have your best intentions at heart, yet deep down you realize they're only looking to really serve themselves. So again, if you look at that self-inquiry process with regards to the shapeshifter here, as you seek within and you connect with the energy of these individuals, or the energy of what is coming through to you from the collective, whether they're looking to manipulate or misguide you, connect with the energy, because the energy that comes through will be able to guide you in those moments, and instead of leading you off astray, it will help you to keep in alignment with your path, follow your truth, and do things in your own time. But you've got to really connect with that. But what I'm going to do is pop over to the booklet again and see what comes through from the booklet with regards to the shapeshifter here. Okay, so let me find this in the book. Shapeshifters. Shapeshifters represent both trust and mistrust, and can cause us to question our own loyalty. They are literally two-faced, wearing masks in order to hide their true selves behind the images they portray to others. On the surface they can seem trustworthy, though behind the scenes you will begin to notice their intentions are not what they appear. If you have chosen this card, there may be a shapeshifter in your midst. Now is the time for you to act with caution, or they can lead you astray and bring you difficult karmic lessons if you are not careful. Trust your gut instinct and follow your intuition, as this will be your inner guidance system to keep you on track. Okay, so I feel that is incredibly essential with the shapeshifter. We know in many ways, as we look at the world around us right now, that the media is pushing out information that isn't really integral and looking out for our own needs and wants. So again, if we look at all these things, we have to discern what is right and true for us in each and every moment with regards to any content you see, whether that be social media, mainstream media, or even information passed on to you by your friends. they may not intentionally be the shapeshifters in your life and in your reality. But again, you have to use your own discernment. So they may be misled themselves, so that you've got to find and follow your own truth, which can be incredibly challenging at times. But this is all about following your own soul path. So I'll provide you with a brief overview here. So here we have the phase of self-inquiry. At the moment, we as a collective are going through that phase of self-inquiry. We need to look within and see what's coming from our conditioning and ego, and what is coming from our soul, so that we can discern what is right and true for us as we walk through the mist and find our own way in our own time as well. In order to do that, we need to connect with Mother Earth, allow Mother Earth to bring us that unconditional love, and allow her to guide and support us in each and every moment. Like I mentioned earlier, you can connect with the wisdom of the trees, and as you connect with the trees, you can allow some wisdom to come through to them in order to support and guide you through certain moments in your life. But allow Mother Earth to support you in grounding, for you to reconnect with yourself, and as mentioned in the cards, so that you can weather any storm. Things don't need to be challenging. You just need to call on the right people to support you in different moments in time, and Mother Earth is a beautiful support in these moments. Allow yourself to become that warrior. Allow that warrior to come from within. Allow yourselves to step into your power and strength as you fight with service. Come from that place of altruism, where you support people in your communities. But also know that if you do operate quite heavily from the warrior, maybe it's a time for you to really honour your emotions and feelings, so that you can find that power and strength from within, because that is beautiful, and you will not find any greater strength once you do allow yourself to connect with your inner emotions, which is absolutely fantastic there from the warrior. And then finally, as you do this, you need to notice those shapeshifters that may be in your awareness, maybe in your life. Shapeshifters may be, those people around you at certain times, or it may be what's coming from the collective with regards to the information that is being passed on to you, either from mainstream media, social media, or even from your friends, as I've mentioned. So that is a brief reading for June 2021. I do hope you have found it to be valuable and insightful as we look at the energy of the month ahead. I found it really interesting, obviously for myself. But if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. And also, if you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to share it with your friends so that they can connect with the energy of the month ahead. And with that, I will say thank you for connecting with this video. Take care, much love, and I do look forward to connecting with you in another video very soon. Bye for now. If you would like a personal soul pathway reading to gain deeper insights on your spiritual journey and soul pathway, please be sure to visit my website at www.thesoulpathway.com, where you can schedule your reading from there. And with that, I will say thank you for tuning in, and I wish you all the best on your spiritual journey and soul pathway as you awaken to who you truly are. Take care and much love. Awaken your soul pathway and shift from self to soul. Visit www.awakenyoursoulpathway.co.uk, and if you found this content to be valuable, please be sure to subscribe.